Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Lego Indiana Jones 2. Let's continue the story. Last level was 4 minutes. Barely 4 minutes. Hopefully this is a little longer. See, that's pretty funny. Instead of burning somebody alive with their heart ripped out of their chest, they are cooking chicken. And the bad guy steals the 3 stones and runs off. And we are here doing a fight. And this looks like a slight modification of the Lego Indiana Jones version of the at least non-Lego element and general design of the area. See, I don't think there was actually lava up front at all, but maybe there was. So we've got a scuba diver skeleton, and that gives me a bunch of studs. And so we have a 1 heart for the kid. So the game is condoning violence against children. As it is, which the movie does too, so it blames Steven Spielberg, not Lego. You see, we're building a ladder, but what's weird about that build is instead of building something out of Lego, they literally broke a single piece of Lego into different pieces. So that feels like a huge violation of the Lego game mentality. If pieces can now be broken, let's see. There's definitely better ways they could have done that, and so I guess we're gonna end up handling this, and the thing that spins it is in front and it was inside, and we need thuggy characters for that, and we like the first game. Looks like there's more things to do and find. Trying to get true adventure and just get a full vision. You know, what would have been an interesting take on the Temple of Doom was if you had this story where people are kidnapping children, looking for sacred stones, and going through all of this, and in the end the sacred stones prove to be nothing. Like, they're just stones with carvings on them. They have no magical power, they don't do anything. All this violence and fighting was for nothing. Now, there's a couple of problems with going that route. It would have been a nice twist because the first movie, they found the Ark of the Covenant and it was magical. But then you've got this dangerous religion preference where what probably is not a real religion, or there probably aren't any sacred stones in a thuggy religion, but it still might irritate some people and say, well, why did you say the Christian artifact has magical powers and then in the very next moment say our artifacts don't? So a little bit of unfairness there, and I see that. If you're going to have a series in which items do have magical powers, that makes some sense. You could certainly have done it for the Crystal Skull in movie 4, because nobody's really going to make the complaint if throughout the entire movie people are fighting to find a crystal skull, and it turns out the crystal skull is just some art piece that some ancient artist carved, and has no magical powers. Instead, however, in the Crystal Skull movie, you're instantly shown that it has at least some magnetic powers that are odd properties. Alright. So we have to get up there. How does one get up there? I put on a thuggy hat and use this. Sounds like the sound effects are a little different. There. And then we've just got an elevator. Anytime you see these Lego elevators, it seems like they kind of lazied out. I would prefer to see more stairs and everything, or they at least have to build the elevator and get it to work. Okay, so now short round. Fix all of this. Tighten the chain, which, unless you remove links in the chain, I don't know how you would tighten the chain. And see, that puts him over the fire and burns the kid with fire, which is that how it gets fixed in the movie? I know they burn Indiana Jones with the fire, but and then it completely, he changes clothing, and then here we have a statue of Shiva. I think that's Shiva. And the game is locking up in the cutscenes as they're running away. And the prince is treating him like a dog. So like a total break from what happens in the movie. Now we have Maharaja, which I suppose Maharaja has the ability to throw this and control the black sleep on him. This could have been a zombie movie, couldn't it have been? Like, because yeah, that would have worked just as well if this was set in the areas where voodoo is used. Yeah, you could change actually very little and end up with a voodoo zombie movie that's very much like Temple of Doom. So maybe that would be something to do for Indiana Jones 5. Find some, what is it called? Is it called Santarilla or Sangria? Something Saint. Or San something. That it's this weird adoption of Catholicism and voodoo together. And I don't think there's been a movie that's been too much about that. But I also still kind of like the idea of them doing one Indiana Jones movie where just the item that they're looking for that they think is magical turns out to not be magical at all. It's just like, nope, people were just being silly. Well, I suppose once again, as I look at the clock and see only 9 minutes has taken place in gameplay, there's really not a lot more to do. We'll do the boss fight in the next recording and then move on from there. We're still looking for number 10 for the blue and red brick. And we're not making great progress as far as getting true adventure. But that's not a big issue because once I get score times 2, I'll be fine on that issue. There is a slight problem, I think. Even though I'm playing pretty well here, it still very much feels like I'm not going to have enough opportunities to get more studs, even with the score times 2, even with score times 4, even with score times 6. It feels like we may have score times 10 unlocked just about the time we've done all of the bonus levels and all the collectibles. It wouldn't be a terrible issue because there is one place we know of that grinding would be very, very easy with the score multipliers, but it seems like there's an imbalance. Maybe that's not true. Maybe when we start doing the bonus levels, we'll get 100,000, 200,000 studs each time, and that will balance out the 100,000 it seems it costs to purchase a lot of these characters and vehicles. But we'll have to get to that point before we know for certain. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.